Cops arrest paraplegic in wheelchair for kicking down a woman's door. Wait, what? Hold on.
Entered her home and attacked her. Is this a joke?
Wait, what? Is this
woman
real?
called the cop.
No. Hold on.
Entered her home and attacked her. Is this a joke?
This woman called the cops.
Oh, thank God.
And accused a guy of kicking down her door and assaulting her.
So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran.
She looks insanely trustworthy, actually. I'd believe for anything that she says. If you come out of the house like that, I'd believe anything that you say. You're just maximum trustworthy.
He choked me out.
That's enough proof for me.
But there was a minor problem with her story. The suspect has been a paraplegic in a wheelchair for 20 plus years.
How long have you been in your wheelchair?
Since I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
But the arresting officer just didn't care, and he attempted to arrest him anyways.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh!
When another officer stepped in
Wait, did he fucking dump him out of the... Wait, he dumped him out...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh!
When another officer stepped in and questioned what was happening...
What the
If you're
fuck?
paralyzed, somebody must have made a mistake. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in.
He went to his lieutenant.
Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. They got a quadriplegic guy up there in handcuffs.
Who couldn't be bothered to get up off of his chair, but quickly accused the 100% innocent man who was in fact a paraplegic of lying.
Yeah, but it's phony work. It's a ruse, man.
So-
It's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail. So
Yeah,
I mean, this is easy to prove. You just look at his medical records.
But he is up from the waist below.
I've never seen a case where somebody was so clearly innocent and it would take so little work to establish it and nobody was willing to do the work.
What the fuck?
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where my mission is to help protect and defend your constitutional rights by showing you all of the outrageous things that your government regularly does to people just like you. So if you share in that mission too, please comment, like, and
Yeah, me and my homies are not big fans of the government.
share this footage so that what you see in this
I'm not
video
a big
doesn't happen
fan of the
again to
government.
somebody else. In June of 2024, a woman named Catherine Jensen, who is apparently completely insane,
That's pretty close to Karen, actually. It's really close. Catherine, it's really close.
called police and reported that this man, Charles Reed, whom she claimed was her ex-boyfriend and they had broken up a few days earlier,
Oh, thank God.
all right, how you doing?
had come to her house, kicked down her door, choked her, and then attempted to steal her car keys.
So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
She also claimed that he fled on foot.
I guess he took off on foot.
In the body cam footage of that encounter, she apparently told the cops that she did not even want to press charges. Still, though, officers obtained an arrest warrant for Mr. Reed. This police officer named Mark Balot began to communicate with Mr. Reed by email. He basically tricked him into coming to the police station to clear up a case of mistaken identity.
They should send you to jail, honestly. If you like lie about like another person doing that, you should send them to jail, honestly.
But what he really intended to do was to arrest Mr. Reed. When Mr.
If they can prove that you lied maliciously in order to get someone busted, like under malicious circumstances, you should go to jail.
Reed arrived at the police station on March 20th of this year, Officer Mark Balot, the same police officer who responded to the call where Miss Jensen made that report about Mr. Reed, began to read Miranda rights and began questioning Mr. Reed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Reed. My name is Officer Ballard. You're the one I've been emailing recently.
Yeah, all right.
Doing well. Give me a second. I'm gonna just read you something and then I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, all right?
Great.
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney.
He said, according to Miss Jensen, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her. Mr. Reed had no idea who she was or what he was talking about.
According to Miss Jensen, on this date, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her.
As the conversation went on, Mr. Reed insisted that he had nothing to
Wait,
do.
is that all the evidence that you need to arrest someone? Wait, hold on. This woman says this guy, he went into my house and broke into my house. That's all you need?
With this, and that he had actually been paralyzed for like 25 years.
How long have you been in your wheelchair?
Since I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
Holy crap. What the
That he was married, He was not any sort of recent ex-boyfriend to this person.
So,
Yeah, that's.
and you say you have no recollection of who she is?
I have absolutely no idea who that is. Yeah. Certainly haven't forced my way into anybody's house.
Because she was able to provide us with your exact information and a description of how you look.
She describes that he's of average build,
Tall, short,
Average height.
that he has brown hair, that he's in black clothing,
so all black.
I want to say yes, sir.
but not that he's in a wheelchair. Never mentions it.
Yeah.
And that is probably the
that's
number one
huge.
thing you'd mention about somebody.
Especially as they're running away.
On foot.
I hope this guy sued the fuck out of the police.
I guess
What the
he
hell?
took off on foot.
Charles and Catherine did date, but it was more than 20 years ago. They never kept in touch. He's been married for a decade with a newborn. And the day of the alleged attack, Charles says he was at a dinner party with friends. Did police contact you at all?
No, not at all. Not a single time.
But instead of looking into the situation further or acting on that information, Officer Balot instead handcuffed and attempted to arrest Mr. Reed, which ended up with Mr. Reed falling out of his wheelchair and onto the ground.
I truly have no idea who that is.
I understand you say you haven't been here, but unfortunately, you do have the warrant out for your arrest. So I'm gonna have to place you into custody, and I'm gonna take you downstairs. You're gonna be booked and entered, and you're gonna have to go to jail. So, and you say you've been in this wheelchair since you were 18. If you have proof of all of this information that can be verified,
I hate to say it, but imagine for a second if the races were swapped. Holy fuck. This would be like an entire year in the news. This wouldn't be like something like I just heard about like randomly, like from a video. This would be in the news for like 5 years.
you can get those documents in order. You can bring those with you when you go to your first appearance.
Can I pee and stuff?
You'll be able to pee. I'm gonna take you right downstairs. You're not even going anywhere.
I am. This is crazy to me.
Do me a favor. Put your hands out. Unfortunately, it is. Put your hands out.
I can't.
I'm just saying that's probably what would happen.
Do me a favor. Lift your hands up above your head, please.
I don't have muscle control.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not like.
Put on the other side.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Push the guy out of a freaking
Very good,
wheelchair
radio.
like
Can I
that?
have a
Holy
soon report
shit.
My location for a white male who fell out of a wheelchair.
Eventually,
No, man, I don't think this is all cops. I think this is just a special case of bad cops. I don't think every cop's like this.
second officer who happens to see what's going on comes over and he helps Mr. Reed back up into his wheelchair.
Can somebody please help me off the ground? I'm paralyzed. Can I get out of my wheelchair?
Yeah, let's help him out. Oh, I was waiting for the paramedics to come. They're right next door, so.
Broke into your house. You okay? That's what I'm saying. But things don't we're not. I can't do anything here. Okay, we helping. Hold on.
Unlike Mr. Balot, he immediately realizes that something is not right here and he begins to ask questions.
What's the warrant for?
Ag assault.
Broke into
Yep.
somebody's house.
See, there's a good cop right there.
How long
There's a good cop right there. He's like, what the fuck's going on here? This is bullshit.
ago?
June 19th. June 19th, 15th, 9th, one of those.
How long you been paralyzed?
25 years.
Okay. Make a phone call to me.
What did I do?
Peggy's grab this arm.
What have I done?
It's just showing that you have a warrant, but we're gonna do our due diligence. Because if you're paralyzed, somebody must have made a mistake.
I thought I...
Okay. Hold on. Who is the original agency? We are. Who's the detective? You are.
Who's the detective? You are. He's just like, uh-oh.
Okay. Give me a second.
He's like, oh shit.
on the phone.
He takes the first officer aside and tries to get
He's like,
an explanation
"Bro."
out of him.
I'm gonna let you know right now. He just walked the hell out of that wheelchair. I held him with the tip of my fingers, and he flopped down and fell on him. But,
Sure.
basically, on
Bro, you have a body cam. You have a body cam right now.
what day was this? I still remember the call. On June 15th last year, I got a call about a lady from 4111 Fredericksburg Drive. And so basically she was like, and when I got to the house, the front door was kicked in, and I think she
They better have gave that man like a $500 gift certificate to Red Lobster after this.
Was like hiding by the garage or something, and she comes out and she's bleeding from her arm.
I'm so sorry, sir. She was a $500 gift certificate to Red Lobster.
Her neck is bruised up and everything. She's like, my ex-boyfriend who we broke up 2 days ago just entered my home and attacked me. And then after that, I asked her, hey, you know, have y'all lived together? Yeah, we used to live together at this address. Do you have any of his information?
Make it 6 digits as Tazato.
Gave me a description, told me what he looked like, ran it through NCIC.
How about Chili's, says Delta Primo. A bit of a tangent, but let me tell you about Chili's. Chili's is really fucking good right now. Okay? Don't talk shit about Chili's right now. Chili's is fucking really good right now. Chili's has a $10.99 big QP burger, and it comes with like an appetizer and a drink, and it's only $10.99, and it's so good.
It matched, and then I was like, is this him? She was like, yes, that's him. Gentleman right there. Issue the warrant.
Yeah, the big
So now
QP.
he's saying, man, I ain't been here
It's good, right, Wizard Z? It's good, right? The big QP. It's delicious.
in like X amount of years.
Wife said he got shot at 19. He's been paralyzed since then. He's do some backdrop.
So I was like, man, I don't know if this is true or not, and I can't ascertain that right now.
So, might need to call the district attorney's office. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in. He didn't kick it in.
Well, she didn't say kick in. She said, well, I can't
He couldn't
recall
help
if it
but laugh. He was like, this is ridiculous, bro.
Because all I remember I wrote was that forced entry was made. So if it was kicked in,
He's like, fucking force entry? Force?
and he has
Did you fucking mushroom boost into the fucking door? Like, what the?
indeed been paralyzed since he was 19 years old, that would be kind of hard.
Because I'm looking at his legs. I got a couple of relatives that are quadriplegics. That what we see with his lower extremities ain't for play.
Okay.
That's legit. And if he was born in 82, that means he was shot in 2001, and he's been paralyzed since 19 years. I would suggest calling the district attorney's office. Let them know what you got. And even though
Because now it's looking like she might have made a false report. So that's what I was looking like. I was like, I don't know. Because between now and June, that's what, 9 months? I was like, I don't know if something happened between those 9 months that might have put him in a wheelchair.
Let's walk back here.
He then walks with the first officer over to where their lazy lieutenant is sitting on his ass eating lunch on his messy, sloppy desk, and he tries to inform him of the situation. But
This like dude is a hero though, like the good cop here.
lieutenant already knows about the situation, and he doesn't care at all.
Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. I'm stepping in, helping out a little bit. They got a quadriplegic guy up there.
I just told him about that.
Oh, he already got the rundown?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's phony wash.
Yeah, but how could he?
And I just want to put it out there. He flopped out the wheelchair. I was like, can you raise your hands? Because I'm trying to, pat him down, make sure he doesn't have anything. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it, but I got him by the tip of my fingers. And he just...
Yeah.
It's a ruse, man.
So-
It's an obvious attempt.
He's faking it.
Not to go to jail. So.
Yeah. But he is fucked up from the waist below.
That is pretty... After actually seeing him, I agree. But then again, like I said, I don't know what happened between 9 months ago from now, and I don't know how much muscle mass you lose from not using your legs, so I don't know.
The other cop is so wholesome though, isn't he? Like the other cop, I like him.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Wife said he's been paralyzed for 19 years, so...
Well,
Okay.
well, just get ready to clear him.
Yeah. Okay.
All you need.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So y'all better get the lawyers on standby, because I know damn well he's going to make a whole issue out of this.
I'm not a paraplegic, so it's like I can't really tell like what's happened to me. I got you know? Right.
So, if you need his information. So I just spoke to LT and Major. Unfortunately, I still have to take him because it's a felony warrant. Now, I don't know
my goodness.
what's happening between you and this young lady, whatever you guys had. That's not.
Yeah, I understand that.
So if she made a false report, that's going to be on her. Obviously, like I said, I explained, I noticed your condition, I see it, but I have to do my due diligence. It's a warrant out, I have to go ahead and take you in. So now that's gonna be up to you and the courts and your lawyers and her and that, to establish your innocence until proven guilty. So at this point, she says you kicked down her door. It don't look like you could kick anything, no offense, at this point in time.
You don't look like you can kick anything. No offense.
So, that's why I told you earlier, you have documentation that you were shot at 19, that you've been to Grady, that you...
I do. I can provide it in 10 minutes from now.
So... You know
wait, do they still have to arrest him, even though it's like clearly impossible for him to have done it?
I mean, like,
I need paper. If it ain't on paper, it don't happen.
I mean, you can call the DMV.
How is this possible? How is this possible that someone can report you for something without like any evidence at all, and then you get arrested? This is fucking crazy. Like what the fuck?
Mechanical.
Is this real?
It's on my license for the past 25 years.
Yeah, the cops don't have the power to challenge a clearly bogus warrant. Says shot. Yeah, what the fuck? That's insane.
You can call. We can drive to Grady right now.
Give me 1 second. Let me actually.
Like just purely on like a single witness report, like literally one person with no like physical evidence, just like only like them saying it. That's fucking insane.
Give me 1 second.
I can show you my handicap placard that I got 15 years ago.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, literally one guy. Yeah, exactly, Delta.
I'm so sorry, last thing. He's saying that he can prove with paper documentation that he's been in a wheelchair for that long.
Okay, but you can still punch somebody in a wheelchair, right?
No fucking way, bro. No way.
I mean, that doesn't mean that he didn't do what he was accused of, right?
So,
I mean, he could have forced entry if he had a tool, or I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't think just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you
can't break a door down.
Right.
The hell this guy thinks this is like that fucking new Nintendo Switch 2 basketball game? What does he think this is?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take you today, sir.
Can I talk to whoever that guy was?
It's really nothing he can do, and he's the one that's telling me because you still have an active warrant.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. I know. Officially, I think that shit's bullshit. By the way.
And that warrant isn't going anywhere. I've even went so far as to reach out to the district attorney and see if there's something that I could do, but they're not answering. So, unfortunately, I had to take you in.
Told me that I could provide documentation.
That's not a right here, right now matter. That's going to be a later on matter.
Can I talk to the judge? Can somebody like the judge?
I'm trying to tell you.
I'd be so fucking pissed if I was this guy. I'd be like, you guys are
you're
fucking
in a wheelchair that doesn't.
I want to talk to like a judge or something. Can I go?
Like, can I talk to someone that's like not retarded? Like, that's a bit like, yo, can I talk to like your manager? Like, actually, like, no Karen, but can I talk to your manager? Like, this is a little crazy.
Like speak to like a magistrate or something.
So
like I want to get this resolved because somebody that can think critically.
I'm not understanding because
he said somebody that can think critically. Bring me someone that can think critically.
You're saying that you have no muscle control, but yet you wheeled yourself from across the street and somehow got into.
I don't have muscle control after the thoracic 3 vertebrae. Right? So I have hand control. I have hands. I have a
You're
license.
doing exactly what I just asked you to do before when you fell on the floor.
Yeah, because I'm balanced, right? When I have 2 hands here together, I always have to hold myself.
So that's 1, and 2.
What do you mean that's 1?
And 2, you're saying you can't sit down, but you have to sit in the car.
A specialized cushion. Do you see this cushion that I'm on right here? It's a specialized air cushion with like specialized compartments. I will get a bed sore if I sit on anything other than this.
Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't a bed sore when you sit?
Oh my god, this guy is actually fact checking him on this.
Or lay somewhere?
He's like, Actually,
for like a very extended period of time,
It is.
it's not going to be an extended period of time.
That.
I'm pretty sure the jail has things that can accommodate you, and you will go with your chair. I'm not saying that I'm going to take you, your chair's going to stay here, your cushion's going to stay here, and you're just going to be asked out in the back seat of a car and then in a hospital and then whatever the case may be.
You're not explaining that to me as you're saying those statements, though, right? So I'm justified in not knowing that information.
Oh, my apologies. I thought that was kind of implied, that where you go, your chair would go with you.
That's not implied to me at all. I haven't been in a police department my entire life. I don't know any single thing about this life, right?
My apologies. I'm letting you know right now, your chair will go with you.
Yeah, I'd still love to speak with somebody like of higher tier. Like I simply
of higher tier.
cannot accept that like this is the remuneration for this after I've been in contact with you for like a month.
Oh my God.
You've been in contact with me for like a couple weeks.
Months are made of weeks, I guess, you know.
Mr. Reed is not a criminal. He's never been in this situation before. He just can't believe that law enforcement, the criminal justice system, could be this wrong, could be this incompetent. But boy, was he wrong. He wanted to speak to a judge.
Oh my God.
They don't give him access to a judge, but they give him a supervisor. So here comes the supervisor. And as you can see, he's a lot of help.
That's my sergeant. He'll be able to speak with you.
Can you call this back and figure out what's going on with our game?
Long story short, he has a warrant for ag assault out of here, 411 Fredericksburg Drive, and he needs to be transported. And he's saying that he has obviously a medical condition and that he can't be transported.
I'm really saying that I'd like to speak to a judge or somebody who can adjudicate some aspect of this other than simply taking me to the hospital. This is
Bro, how is this real?
So really, I would just love some information.
Speak to a judge right now. We know when you go to court.
I don't know anything about this, honestly. This is a complete total surprise to me. I literally have been in communication with this gentleman for a month trying to figure out why in the world I have a warrant.
Dude, this is like, you know what this reminds me of? This is literally Reno 911 right now. Literally.
I feel like I was tricked into coming here today.
Tricked into coming here?
Yeah, because he told me I could just come and sign some piece of paper because he didn't have any knowledge about what the warrant was. I have the email that I could show you.
Did you recently get put in a wheelchair or what?
25 years ago.
25 years ago.
When I was shot when I was 18.
Okay, all right. Have we looked up this case number?
You said I kicked in a door?
I didn't say kicked in, I said forced entry was made. So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
So you put in the email, you said you never talked to me or you don't remember anything about me.
I'm just saying though, if he did it, that would be metal as fuck. I'm just like thinking about like how that would even look like. That should be fucking crazy. If he actually
I could come down to sign a piece of paper to handle it all.
Then finally, this lady shows up. I'm guessing she's some sort of a transport officer. Best I can tell, she arranges for him to come back in and turn himself back in, buying him a little more time, perhaps to go hire his lawyer or whatever he ended up doing to avoid actually going to jail.
You should definitely sue at this point.
To settle the matter with the whole warrant thing. All right. So no, that's why.
So you came to turn yourself in?
He came to talk to me about the warrant, so I asked him some questions.
He said he had no recollection of me or anything, and that I could come in and clear it up, that I could sign a sheet of paper to clear it up. And so I just simply came in because, of course, it's mistaken identity, and so now I've been thrown on the ground.
Thankfully, he ended up not actually being arrested on that warrant. The warrant was eventually dismissed, but only after the story literally ran in the Atlanta TV news market. The crazy lady eventually publicly admits that she's absolutely nuts and she had no contact with this guy. And it's also revealed that the cops, had they even checked this,
Make asylums great again.
this woman's arrest record, should have known that anyways, because she had already
I should make a hat that says that.
arrested for similar allegations before this event even occurred. So this is a story of this one particular officer, Balat, being amazingly incompetent. But worse than that, once he realizes that he has charged a clearly innocent person, he doubles down to cover his own ass.
Yep.
And who helped him do that? His lieutenant helped him do that. His supervisor, his direct supervisor, his sergeant just could have cared less either way. Fortunately, that one officer who was just a bystander stepped in and tried to do the right thing. But his lieutenant did not help him. Ultimately, is there going to be a lawsuit here? I don't know. As I've explained in other videos, these sorts of cases are very difficult where you have a valid warrant that was signed by a judge. You can sue under circumstances where police officers provide incorrect, false information to a judge to be able to get that warrant.
They must have,
But at the same time, unlike the private market where you can sue an employer for negligence, government doesn't work that way. They're allowed to be negligent, they're allowed to be incompetent, and we can't sue them for that. Only when it rises to really, really egregious levels can anything be done about it. This probably is a closed case here. We can see that they did have actual knowledge at a certain point and basically arrested the guy anyways. Now, ultimately, he wasn't taken to jail, but handcuffs were put on him. He was taken to the ground. But
I mean, good thing he fought it, because they probably would have taken him in jail if he didn't, like, if he wasn't like so adamant about like it not happening.
More importantly, people just need to see this. So please share this footage. These same incompetent police officers, well, worse than incompetent, these same police officers who knowingly violate an innocent person's civil rights because they want to cover their own ass, or even in the case of the lieutenant, too lazy to even get up from his desk, to stop eating his pretzels and get up from his desk and see what the hell's going on. This sort of thing
At
needs
least get a better
to
snack.
be shared, and they need to be exposed. Again, the only thing that government fears is negative public exposure. Government itself is the bad apple. Remember that.
Don't say
So
that.
help
Bad
me
apple's good.
spread that fact by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com.
That's so crazy, man.
You can also follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
That's crazy. I'm gonna send you guys a link. Man, that's so crazy that happened. I hope that guy gets like some kind of compensation, because that's kind of super ridiculous.